CEO canceled the office coffee to save money, so I saved him money during the biggest meeting of the year. Our CEO, Brad, sent a company-wide email at 9 a.m. celebrating record profits of $50 million. At 9:05 a.m., he sent a second email canceling the free office coffee to cut unnecessary overhead. 5 minutes apart, $50 million in profits, no coffee. Morale didn't just drop, it died. The break room became a graveyard. People stopped gathering. Conversations ended. The energy that made our office function evaporated over a $30 a day coffee service. But Brad didn't notice. Brad never noticed anything below the executive floor. A week later, everything changed. The biggest investors from New York were visiting. Venture capital partners worth billions. They were considering a major funding round that would take our company public. Brad was in full panic mode. He wanted the office to look vibrant and energetic. He wanted success radiating from every corner. He burst into my workspace at 8:30 a.m. Get the premium coffee service running for the conference room. Now, the good stuff. Impress them. I looked at him. Sir, you canceled the vendor account last week. We don't have a coffee service anymore. His face turned red. He leaned in close, voice dropping to an aggressive whisper. I don't care. Fix it. Don't you dare embarrass me in front of these people. Then he walked away. No solutions. No authorization to spend money. Just an impossible demand and a threat. I sat at my desk for a long moment. I thought about the email he sent. I thought about the 300 employees who now brought thermoses from home because their CEO wouldn't spend pocket change on them. I thought about how Brad wanted to project success to billionaires while treating his own people like expenses to eliminate. And I made a decision. I didn't order the coffee. At 10 a.m., the investors arrived. 3 partners from the most prestigious venture capital firm on the East Coast. They were escorted to the main conference room. Brad was already there, shaking hands, smiling his practiced smile. The presentation began. Slides showed growth charts, profit margins, market projections. Brad was in his element, painting a picture of a lean, efficient, unstoppable company. 30 minutes in, he glanced at me standing by the door. He smiled, expecting me to enter with a tray of premium lattes. I walked in empty-handed. The room went quiet. Brad's smile flickered. Where's the coffee? He asked through gritted teeth. I didn't flinch. Sir, I want to make sure I represent your leadership philosophy accurately to our guests. I walked to the presentation laptop. I pulled up Brad's email from last week. I projected it on the screen. The investors turned to look. I read it aloud, my voice calm and professional. Per your directive dated Tuesday, effective immediately, all coffee services are terminated. Coffee is a luxury we cannot afford if we want to maintain a lean operational model. I paused. I assumed you wanted to demonstrate your commitment to cost discipline for our potential partners, sir. The room was silent. The investors looked at the email. Then they looked at the slide still visible behind it. $50 million in record profits. Then they looked at Brad, a CEO who wouldn't spend $50 on coffee for billion-dollar investors. A CEO who preached austerity to employees while demanding luxury for appearances. A CEO who got caught in his own contradiction. One of the investors slowly closed his portfolio. I think we've seen enough, he said. They stood up. They shook no hands. They walked out of the conference room without another word. Brad stood frozen. His face was purple. His hands were shaking. He turned to me with murder in his eyes. You're fired. That's your right, sir. I walked out of that conference room with my head held high. By 3 p.m., the board of directors had received a detailed report from the investor group. They cited leadership instability and misaligned operational priorities. They withdrew from the funding round entirely. By 6 p.m., an emergency board meeting was called. By 9 a.m. the next morning, Brad was terminated. The official reason was sabotaging critical capital ventures through inconsistent leadership messaging. The unofficial reason was that he got exposed as a hypocrite by his own email. I wasn't fired. The interim CEO asked me to stay. She reinstated the coffee service on her first day.